Hello, friends from the comic and manga world. My name is Hector, and I'm here to talk to you about my picks from the upcoming FOC for July 24th. Um, G is on vacation, so you have only me this week, but she'll be back next week. For those of you who don't know, we work for Penguin Random House, and we sell into the direct market around the world. So the books that we talk about in these videos are from the publishers that we represent. Also, want to let you know that we're on social media at PRH International Sales. No, sorry, at PRH International Comics. And you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on YouTube. Please comment, follow us, do all that good stuff. And without further ado, let's get started with my picks for this week. And we're going to get started with this graphic novel, Diaries of War, two visual accounts from Ukraine and Russia, a graphic history by Nora Krug. Nora Krug is a illustrator, an author, very well known. She has won so many awards. She's originally from Germany, lives in New York now. And this book, which, as you can see on the slide, it will be available both in hardcover and trade paperback at the same time. Um, this is something that Nora published. I believe it was on a newspaper in the U.S., but as a series of sort of stories coming from the war in the Ukraine. So immediately after the war started in 2022, she reached out to two anonymous subjects. One of them she calls K, and the other one D. K is an Ukrainian journalist, and D a Russian artist. And she began to correspond for a whole year. And based on those weekly interviews with both K and D, um, she sort of did this illustrated collection of the accounts of what was happening and what was happening from the point of view of somebody in the Ukraine and somebody in Russia. It is very interesting. On the next slide, I'm going to show you one of the interior images, and you can see on the left side it says K week 9, and then on the right hand side it says D week 9. So it's sort of the whole book is like that. You keep flipping through the pages and you see on every week by week what was happening in the lives of these two people who were living through the war from two different perspectives and two different locations, very different locations, obviously. Um, I think it is a very cool way of, seeing what's going on in Ukraine and Russia both, and how that is affecting the lives of people who are there. Um, I'm really looking forward to flipping through this, and I recommend it for sure. And next, we're going to continue with cover picks, and we're going to start with IDW Endless Summer. And first, you need to go through that tagline on the bottom, which is, did you ever wish summer could last forever? Well, at IDW, it can. We're bringing you an endless summer with everyone's favorite characters in 4 unique one-shots. So these are 4 one-shots for some of their biggest licenses um, together. So there's main covers for these, and there's several covers for each. But Jack Lawrence did this amazing art that spans all 4 covers, and you can connect them. And you have My Little Pony, you have Saturday Morning Adventures Dungeons and Dragons, Saturday Morning Adventures TMNT, and Sonic the Hedgehog. And they look so cool. Um, for uh, fans of these licenses and these characters, but also fans of just getting up early in the Saturday mornings and watching cartoons. These are perfect, and they look very fun. So this is my first pick, and then we continue with Black Hammer, The End, #1, cover B by David Rubin, and this is the 3-issue miniseries that was coming up from obviously Jeff Lemire and Malakian Ward and Nick Picos. And this is an amazing, beautiful cover. I love the orange and the bright yellow. And I didn't notice until I went on David Rubin's social media. I noticed somebody comment on, he put his signature on the chain. So if you look at the blue chain, you will see David Rubin's signature. I wish T was here because that's the kind of details that she loves finding in covers. And I wonder if she would have caught it if before we pointed it out. So very, very cool. And then let's continue with my next pick for this week is Black Panther #3 by Ian Bertram. Uh, this is just beautiful, beautiful piece of art with, Black Panther T'Challa just looking very menacing, holding his spear, being with with slashes, scratches, and bunch of what seems to be like arrows stuck to him on the back and his shoulders. And just the beautiful lines on this, so many lines, beautiful colors. It looks almost neon like. Um, it it's very, very cool looking. Um, really love this one. Next up, I'm going to continue with Realm of X #1 by Chris Bacalo. Uh, this is part of the Fall of X event that's coming up. And there's on the left, you will see the Traitress cover, which is a 1 in 25, and on the right, the Virgin version, which is a 1 in 100. And you see Magic just chilling in limbo on top of a mountain of skulls, or like yeah, some skulls, and you see some of the little demons or demon babies or demon angel babies just hanging out in the back, looking very creepy. And she just, sitting there with her sword, looking very cool as always. Love this one too. And next up, uh, we continue with Star Wars, Dr. Aphra 35, the Salvador La Roca homage variant. This is part of the Dark Droids event that's about to start. Um, this is such a cool, classic look, Star Wars look. It looks like the posters in the comics from '70s. Um, it is sort of a version of that of '70s covers and posters, but with Dr. Aphra and the characters in that comic. uh I love every detail, fabulous 75th issue, and with little lines on the bottom on the side, sort of uh giving you a little bit of the story of what's coming out. So it is very, very cool. I'm a big, obviously, Star Wars fan and Dr. Aphra fan. I mention it all the time. So I love this one. And that's it for my picks this week. But we always finish with a little bit of a news. And this is what I decided to talk about. I think people knew about this already, but we just got the official news out of San Diego Comic Con, which is happening it's starting at the time of the video. And it was officially announced that in October we're getting Giant Robot Hellboy. This is a miniseries that's coming by Mike Mignola and Duncan Figueredo, and it is it. I mean, it's amazing concept, and we see on the left we see the Figueredo cover, and on the right there's a second cover by Mike Mignola. And I'm gonna tell you the story for this. I don't know exactly the whole story for it yet, but I know that it came about from some sketches that Mike McDonald did during the pandemic. And on the next slide, I'm going to show you. So that image in the middle is the cover of the Quarantine sketchbook. It collects sketches that Mike McDonald did while during the beginning of the pandemic. And part of those, I grabbed those images specifically of Giant Robot Hellboy and Giant Robot Grim Reaper, and this sort of inspired the what we're gonna see in October on this miniseries. So very, very cool. So fans of Hellboy, fans of kaijus definitely want to take a look at this. And that is it for this week. Thank you so much for listening to me talk for a few minutes about what I like. Like I mentioned before, we're on social media, so you can follow us at PRH International Comics. And I really hope you come back. And like I said, I hope you liked it. So take care. See you later. Bye.